carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language or any grammatical or errors, such as misused words, incorrect pronunciation, poor sentence structure, as well as any excellent use of phrases, words, sentences, quotes, or sayings. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For this evening's meeting, the word is conquer. It is a verb. The definition is to gain, win, or obtain by effort, personal appeal. The second meaning is to be victorious, make conquest, gain the victory. Examples of using the word are: the speakers conquer the heart of their audience. Despite their differences, their love will conquer. Now, each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. Can everyone unmute and say the word conquer together?
Conquer.
Conquer
Together.
together.
Conquer. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Every one of us have said at least one time of our word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
All right. Thank you, Guan Ying, for the word of the day. Okay, next will be our project speaker session. For tonight's prepared speeches, we have three project speakers who have put in good effort for their presentation. So let's give them our support. Our first speaker this evening will be presenting presentations mastery level 1 project 2, writing a speech with purpose. The evaluator for this project is distinguished Toastmaster Ricky Su. He has been a Toastmaster member for 8 years. The time allocated is 4 to 6 minutes. At the 4th minute, the green light will come on. At the 5th minute, the amber light. And at the 6th minute, the red light. After that, the speaker will be given 30 seconds to wrap up. After 30 seconds, the bell will be rung. So the speaker today, he's a Mandarin speaker. He would like to join some clubs specifically tailored for Mandarin speakers, and it's just for you. So and now for project 1, we have Toastmaster James Chong. The title of the speech is James. Let's put our hand to welcome James Chong. James, over to you.
Okay, before I deliver my speech, I want to update some information. My speech time is 5 to 7 instead of the 4 to 6 so timer. Please take note for that one.
Yeah, I have agenda. I will follow the time.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Hello? Please confirm with me once you get
Yes, we can see the screen.
Thank you, TME. Okay, let us start. Good evening to our meeting tonight. My title today is James. Before I deliver the speech, I would like to ask you one question. One thing is belong to you, however, is used by others. What is that thing? Can someone to unmute to answer it? One thing belongs to you, however, is used by others, not you.
Your name.
Yes, correctly. Your name, my name. So because my name is James, so I used to be imagine I like a James Bond. Why? Because I believe our unique name has something meaningful. Like my name, James, I would like to handsome as him, James Bond. However, but now on, I think I may be handsome than James Bond. So I putting myself face into the James Bond body. Okay, so next on. So during started the MCO, I moved to his place, which is Pekan, because I get promoted as a office manager, Pekan Pahan. And I work as in the sand mining industry. So this is the sand field. You can see very massive, a lot of sand. There is a river sand. So there is a boat, top boat. There is a big snake always come to our side, our field. This is a very nice seafood at the Pekan. So back to the name, my name. I believe all of you have even though your English name or your Chinese name is created by your parents or following with the family name or created by yourself. However, my name has a very insightful meaning, has a story about that one. So after I moved to the Pekan Pahan, I promoted as an office manager, and then because of my outstanding performance and my qualification as a master degree, so quickly as promoted by my China boss as a personal assistant. So I became someone, the China boss, who just trusts me rather than others. So during that time, I feel I like a powerful person in the world. And I slightly, spontaneously became arrogant, egoistic, self-centered, didn't hear about any advice. One day, something happened. One of my favorite team members asked me to pay an outstanding supplier using cash, a amount of cash, instead check or bank online. I think it doesn't have any problem, so I just approve it, even though I get the warning from the account manager. Because of my arrogant, I want the face. Approve. No need to ask. No option. Then what do you think? On the next day, the team member has gone. And then the supplier, where I just called to it, cannot connect to him. Even though until today, we still cannot contact with both these two guys. Eventually, I make a police report. So on that time, I dropped from the heaven to the hell. I felt that moment I am despaired, struggling because of my arrogance, because I didn't listen others' advice. It makes me to the very bad situation, circumstance. I was pessimistic and negative. I live without my. After 1 month, my China boss asked me to have a walk in the sand field. He asked with his long whisker, Xiao Zhong, yes, boss. Do you know how to create the ponds, which is lake, without using machine? I said, I need to dig a hole. Before dig a hole, I need a shower to dig a hole. Let me review the answer. Before you dig a hole, you need to lower your body, bend down yourself, which is humble. Because once you're humble, the ponds can collect to accumulate all the water inside, not leaking outside. That is how to grow. That is how to make the relationship to your life. My friends, humble, there is not such dictionary in my previous. However, from now on, I want to put this word humble into my dictionary. Because of him, I stand up again. After I quit this job, I decided to use his English name, which is my boss English name, James, as my English name, to hold my whole life, the rest of my life. Why? I need to keep reminding, I need to humble. Because I humble, I can avoid so many bad incidents happen to me. Because I humble, my friends will help me proactively. Because my humble, I ask for help. They're willing to help me, not like previously. My friends, do you have your uniqueness of your name? Have you found your James Bond? Think about it. Thank you. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, James. Okay. Thanks for sharing your working experience. This is very interesting and fascinating. Okay. We learned that we should be humble always. Okay. Next will be our second speaker this evening. She's Kathy Yap. She described herself as a happy old lady, and she will be presenting project presentation mastery level 1, project 4. Evaluation and feedback, the second speech. The evaluator for this speech is distinguished Toastmaster Wei Qing. She's our charter president and the current VPE. Let's welcome Kathy.
Kathy, you unmuted.
Katie, you are muted. We cannot hear you.
Timer, I cannot see you. Can you raise your hand? You raise your hand, you'll be go to number 1.
Jane, you can press the reaction raise hand. Yes, correct.
Thank you, President, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Good evening. In this world, those who do good will be blessed. Now, I'm going to tell you few stories. Hope the following story can really simulate your desires. All the story adapted from real people and real events. The first one, there was a girl is sitting by the window in despair. Pick up her handphone and ask online about the location of the artery in her hand. The pain in her heart made her unwilling to look at the words again. Who can hear her voice in the middle of the night? Second story. A girl went to a magazine booth and wanted to buy a magazine to read, but the owner of the booth took a look at her, immediately took a magazine and threw it to her, and in a few very rude tones, asking her to leave quickly. Wow, deeply hurt. It's just that everyone in this world is too busy to take care of themselves. Who care about your feeling? 3. Another story about a man answering a call to talk to his client on the phone. He's still driving, so the next second he was stopped by the traffic police. And what was even more dangerous was that he forgot to fasten his seatbelt. The man cautiously looked at the traffic policeman outside the window. He have already dropped the phone to the co-pilot seat, and there was a burst of urging voice from the customer on the phone. Everyone live carefully. No one care about your situation. Due to the time constraint, this fourth story is a food delivery person rushing into the elevator. Unfortunately, the elevator issued an overweight alarm. Ding, ding, ding. He looked at the crowd around him in embarrassment and then exit the elevator silently. Because you are not special and you will not be treated preferably among the hurry club. Number fifth story. A drunken woman was walking along on the street in the middle of the snowing night. Okay, a passing man immediately picked up his phone and take a picture of her. The woman was very angry and scolded the man for looking at it. She threw the wine bottle over. At this moment, your suffering is just a joke in the eyes of others. A man who collected waste rubbish accidentally scratched a Mercedes-Benz. The owner got out of the car and looked at the car and said, "Are you blind?" The man who collected waste said, I will pay you more and more. Everyone is guessing what the car owner will do next. Unexpectedly, he turned around and took out the iron rod from his car. There's no escape. Is this world really going to be better? How are you feel? Sad? Disappointed? No. 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 Suddenly, the sitting by the window girl receiving a lot of messages, and when she saw the reply, her eyes were red and tears. "Little cutie, I have hidden your artery. I will show you when you smile. Sweet girl, there are more fun things than the arteries. Are you unhappy? Let me cook a bowl of porridge for you. My skill is wonderful." Every answer warmed her frozen heart. The reason why the boss of the magazine would shouted to the girl, because beside the girl is a thief. So this boy used his wisdom to help her avoid the loss. And that the man who take the picture of the drunk woman actually sent the photo to the police station. So the girl didn't die drunk on the street. The traffic police stopped the car because the fuel tank cap was left open. He helped him close it and reminded him to be carefully when driving. The delivery man saw that the order time was signed out. When the elevator door was suddenly open, a man came out. He told the delivery man to go in quickly, and he chose to take the stair. As the owner of the Mercedes-Benz actually smashed the uncle's bicycle with an iron rod and then claimed it was even. His accident caused everyone to laugh. The worst is not as good as imagined, but it's not so bad. The story in the world are always be full of warmth. Listen to so many cases, your heart will definitely get softened with kindness. Those who are close to the membrane are red. Those who are close to the ink are black. Be addicted to kindness. Every small act of kindness can light up a dark corner. In this world, there will always be someone who sincerely loves you. Don't blow out other people's lamp, but also shine your own light. Let us be kindness. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy, for reminding us to be always be gentle and kind and shine our lights to others. Okay, our third speaker, she's Meng Ling. She's our club's VP Public Relationships. This evening, she will be presenting Presentation Mastery Level 2, Project 1. Understand your communication style with title, Straight Talk. The evaluator for this speech is Distinguished Toastmaster Ben Lim. He's a surgeon who has joined Toastmaster for 15 years. He has learned how to become a better communicator through his leadership journey. He is also PDQ in District 67. Let's welcome Meng.
Have you ever been in a situation when you call a friend and they immediately ask, what's the purpose of your call? Without any small talk. What's the purpose of your call? Without any small talk. If you have not experienced this yet, to give me a call. I'm going to show you what straight talk is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, now imagine a conversation with a straight talk person who needs to borrow money. Yes, to borrow money. Take a guess at what they would say. Would you like to key in your answer in the chat box? Or you may on your speaker. James, what do you think they would say? If a straight talk person who needs to borrow money from you. Anybody would like to give it a try? President? James, would you like to give it a try? Which means that you are not a straight talk person. It doesn't matter. As a straight talk person, they will straight away, can you borrow me $1,000? They won't, without any hidden message or beating around the bush. That's the straight talk. A very direct communication style where we express our thoughts, feelings, and opinions in a straightforward and honest way. No beating around the bush or unnecessary fluff. Just clear and sincere words that get to the heart of the matter. And today, I want to share the impact of my communication style on others. Being direct and straightforward in my approach can have both positive and negative effect on the people I interact with. On one hand, it fosters clarity and honesty, which can strengthen the relationship and build trust. On the other hand, I recognize that my directness might catch people off guard and potentially cause unintended offense. 20 years ago, when I first stepped in the working world, I used to be a 100% straight talker. If I saw something wrong, I would immediately speak up, no matter who the person was. There was one time when I noticed my director and client smoking in a non-smoking meeting room. I couldn't ignore it, so I knocked the door, knock, knock, and I pointed at the non-smoking sign and told them, it's a non-smoking area. I still can remember how stern my director face looked. Fellow Toastmaster, will you be a straight talker like me when the same thing happened to you? However, as I gain more experience, I came to realize that my directness could sometimes unintentionally offend people, especially when providing feedback to colleagues, friends, or family members. Let me share an incident that made me more aware of it. Once, a colleague asked me of my opinion on her project proposal and wondered if, as her boss, would approve it or not. Instead of considering my word carefully, I bluff up. Ayo, your proposal definitely is rejected. Your ideas seem outdated. Oh gosh. To my surprise, my colleague's face turned, has fallen, and she burst into tears. Witnesses her reaction. I felt terrible, as I never intended to hurt her, to make her feel weak in any way. In the face of such experiences, I realized the importance of striking a balance between being direct and being considerate of others' feelings. As I grew both personally and professionally, I learned that effective communication is not just about expressing my thoughts candidly, but also about delivering them with empathy and sensitivity. That's also the reason why we joined Toastmasters Club. To all the relators, I hope that you will provide a direct feedback to all of us, the speaker, but please remember to deliver it with empathy and sensitivity. Otherwise, we might end up in tears. And now, when I encounter situations like my mom asking me whether her cooking is tasty or not, I take a different approach. I come to understand that feedback can be delivered constructively and respectfully. I no longer, like last time, answer her directly and say, Ma, it's tasteless, okay? I make sure now to acknowledge the effort she put into it, then offer suggestion for improvement, saying, Mommy, thank you so much for spending hours preparing the meal for us. If you could put a little bit salt, oh, it will bring the dish to another level. This way, I encourage her to improve her cooking skills without feeling discouraged. By adapting my communication style, I've seen how it positively impacts my relationships, strengthening both professional connection and personal bonds with friends and family. As I continue to grow as an empathic communicator, I strive to embrace the value of straight talk while also expressing compassion, fostering open and honest communication without unintended offense. In conclusion, straight talk is about honest and thoughtful communication, mindful of its impact and on others. Let's uplift and support each other in our communication journey, fostering a compassionate community and effective communication with empathy and understanding. Let's embrace the power of straight talk to create positive change in our life and those around us, build stronger connection and conquer a culture of respect and kindness together. Thank you. Over to you, Kim.
Right. Thank you, Mei. Okay, thanks for telling us that sometimes putting compassion into words is another form of being empathy, and sometimes beating around the bush is not a bad thing. Okay, thank you. So for the timers report, I'd like to call upon Jen.
Hey, it's my timer's report. The first, our prepare speech speaker James Strong used 7 minutes 48 seconds. Then the second prepare speech speaker Kathy Yap used 7 minutes 19 seconds. Then the last prepare speech speaker Meng Ling used 7 minutes 36 seconds. That's all my report. Over to you, Pei.
Okay, thank you, Jen. So all are qualified to vote. Okay, we are going to vote for the best speaker of the day. Right, okay, thank you for participating. So now then, the next, our program is the session where we get member and guests in the audience to participate in giving impromptu speeches. Our table topic master, he's a man who thinks that since most of us say what we say every day is impromptu, unless you are a lecturer or a news reader or a politician, table topic speeches should come naturally to us and are nothing to be afraid of. So let's welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Victor Teo. Victor, over to
Good
you.
evening, everyone. I'm flattered to be remembered on something that I said before. Thank you, Pei Yin. Table topic speaker, you are required to deliver a speech, impromptu, off the cuff, on a topic that you did not know beforehand. But you didn't have all the time in the world to do it. You only have to survive 1 minute, but you also cannot go on longer than 2.5 minutes. So, would-be speakers, what if tonight I'm overcome by laziness and I say, tonight the topic is no topic. Say whatever you want, say whatever that come into your head. Just like those sort of a Chinese poem called Wu Ti Si, for which Li Sangying is the most famous for. Is it going to be easy? Or do you feel that actually the topics of table topics actually is a very good guide? And also, speakers, what is the worst thing that can happen to you? If you do not know what to say, would you be frozen? Would you be staring into space? Or the worst that can happen to you is you did not win the best table topic speaker contest. No big deal since there's only one winner. With that, I call upon the first speaker who is going to be chosen by me, our GE Yves Tan, that this get to prove the tallest tree attract wind, 树大招风. If your topic is when luxury become necessity. Yves Tan, when luxury become necessity. Over to you.
A lot of countries, we don't have to use car, especially in Taiwan, especially Taipei City, or in Singapore. The public transport is very well developed. We have very good public transport that we have buses, we have trains that can support us to everywhere. But that's not the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, in my country, Malaysia, we don't have a government that smart enough to develop the whole entire public transport system. That is why almost everyone have a car. And in fact, almost every household have 4 to even 5 cars at a household. And can you imagine that? In some other countries, that is a luxury. But the luxury to us now is a necessity. Without a public transport system, we can't rely on our barefoot to walk to works, to visit hospitals, or to go to school, to go to any college. So that is why the luxury, a car, is very important to us. In fact, it's a luxury. And we are fortunate that our country is a petroleum export country. Some other countries, they didn't have the price subsidies, and they have to pay very, very expensive gases and the fuel. And especially in China, I know that some of the people, during the winter, they couldn't go out because they want to save the petrol money. They said they rather stay at home. And for us, we are so fortunate that we have petroleum, we have Petronas, then we have the cap of the price, and that's why now we can afford the luxury, become a necessity for everyday single life in our life. With that, I want to ask you, today, the luxury is time, the most rarest resources in the world. Every moment passed is a time we lost. So this is the most luxury element in our life, but that is a necessity to live the moment, to treasure now. And I want to ask you, what is your luxury? Thank you. Back to you, Victor.
Thank you, Yves. Forever the politician. I call upon another tall tree, who is Ricky Shu. Ricky, your topic is anger is never without reason, but seldom a good one. Ricky, anger is never without reason, but seldom a good one. Over to you, Ricky.
I've been angry since my teenage years. You know, today James talked about his names. James. And who gave me this name? Ricky. Oh, when I was younger, there was a famous man called Ricky Martin. And when I told other people that, hi, my friend is Ricky, they thought of Ricky Martin. And when you mention the name Ricky, they thought of that. They didn't think of my name. I thought I should change name, maybe to James. Why? Because when I was younger, I was not that good looking. Not like, no, now not, but later on, I became better looking. But now back to normal. But when I was much younger, I wasn't very good looking. So when people thought of Ricky Martin, I felt a little inferiority complex. And I was angry. Who gave me this name? And there's a reason why I was angry. Because I was inferior of what was given to me. Ladies and gentlemen, have you got something similar also? You have been angry of something out of no reason. But when you settle down, when you mature, when you think about it, then you start to realize there's a reason for everything. Your father and your mother gave you this name. There must be a reason. You happen to go into that school and not FUNYU, there must be a reason. Same to me. Now I appreciate my father for giving me the name Ricky, because when I remembered it, I remember how I grew out of immaturity. Thank you.
Very philosophical. Our heart has reason that reason know nothing of. Okay, I know some of you, if I don't call you, will be secretly offended. So I think Hui Chin is such a person. So I call upon Hui Chin to deliver not a Wu-Ti topic, but this topic. We see only what we want to see. Hui Chin, we see only what we want to see. Over to you.
Hey Google. Thank you, Victor. We see only what we want to see. And what we want to see now, I see all of you. Most of the time, people would think about what they want to see in their life. Do you want to see the fortune? That's why some people went to the fortune teller. Do you want to see yourself standing on the stage? That's why some people went to the contest. Do you want to see yourself as the pillars of the others? That's why some people became the leaders. You see, what you want to see is actually what you want in your heart and in your mind. I bet all of you have heard of this law of attraction. What I wanted to see today, I had a memory on my Facebook, which was 4 years ago when I first became the president of Chonghua Alumni Association Mandarin Toastmasters Club. I saw myself that time as the 21st president of my home club, and I did not think about going further. However, MCO came, pandemic was here, and I took the opportunity to become the area director the following year, the division director when I ride on the momentum, and also to become CGD and PQD at this moment. Did I see myself there? Did I see what I want to see back then? Well, there was a voice in my heart. Maybe I wanted to see myself not only on the stage of contest, but also on the stage as a leader. I would say I see all of you as my friends, as my family. Because of all of you, I am me today, Hui Qin, the Program Quality Director of District 102, which I had never seen myself 4 years ago, back then as the president. So every one of you can see yourself. See yourself, look into the heart, and you can see what you want to see. Thank you. Back to you, Victor.
Thank you, Hui Chin, the full-time professional Toastmaster. I now call upon Ben Lin. Somehow, I feel that you will like this topic. Ben Lin, experience is the name we give our mistake. Experience is the name we give our mistake. Ben Lin.
Thank you. Thank you, Tabletop Master. Give me the chance to answer. Can I hear the question again? Oh, I'm too nervous.
Experience is the name we give our mistakes.
Okay. I'm a surgeon. I hope I didn't make so much mistake when I give a surgery. Right now I'm in Taiwan and I work in the hospital. I always gain a lot of experience for my patients. So when we are in medical school, we will say our patient is our best teachers. Difficult patient is the most important teacher to us. No matter how difficult he is, we cannot refuse any kind of patients. So in Toastmasters, I also learned a lot of leadership difficulty, how to handle with our member, because I'm like Hui Qing as a PQD in this turn. So we need to host a lot of training and contests. Sometimes I just wondering why I agreed to become such an important role in Toastmasters, because I think that it is very, it gives some conflict to my job because I work very hard and also I need to spend a lot of time in Toastmasters. On this turn, I think I learned how to manage my time well. Maybe that is not a mistake, but that is what I get in my experience. Thank you. Back to our tabletop masters.
Thank you, Ben Lin. And I'm impressed that working under pressurizing situation, you still did not forget to seek to improve yourself. Thank you. I too do not have unlimited time. So we are coming to the last topics, and I call upon a fresh face. Ku Jia Qi. Are you willing to give it a try? Your topic is expect the unexpected. Jia Qi, expect the unexpected. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. So now I want to give about the expect. Can you expect the unexpected? So in my life, I always think that all things going well, but not all things going well in this time. So I always expect that I can get a good result in my exam without trying my best, and then I would think that I'll just done all this homework, and then maybe I will get the good result in my exam without revision. So when I expect that not doing my effort to get the good result in my exam, but the result is unexpected, I I get the bad result in my exam. So I think we need to be more hard to expect the unexpected, so we can done more well in our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jia Qi. Your speech is definitely heartfelt, and it is a good effort. Speakers, you have done well. You have done better than some high position people. I'm talking about the leader of the Senate of the United States of America, who was frozen in space for 21 seconds. So you did better because you get to have the practice in Toastmaster in the table topics session. With that, I hand over to our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Victor, and all participants for this exciting table topic sessions. For the timer report, I would like to call upon Jen.
Table topic speaker, if done, use 2 minutes 12 seconds. Then second one, Ricky Su use 2 minutes 20 seconds. And third speaker, Hui Qing use 2 minutes 37 seconds. Then the fourth speaker, Ben Ling use 1 minute 46 seconds. And the last one, Jia Qi use 1 minute 30 seconds. That's my report. Over to you.
All right. Thank you, Jen. So all are qualified to vote. So let's vote for the best speaker.